Hi guys, how are y'all doing today? Oops, sorry. I'm just trying to set my camera up there where you guys can see me decently. I have not been on here in a long time. I have my camera kind of rigged up, and I don't know what's going on with this seat, but I can't seem to. I seem like I'm sitting a little low, but anyway, how y'all doing? I hope you guys are doing okay. I haven't been on here in a minute, as I said before. And I decided to come on here and make a video. Because I've been MIA for quite a while, and I probably done lost the little few followers I had. But for the ones that are still around, how y'all doing? And for all the newcomers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me properly introduce myself. My name is Lisa, and I got distracted, you guys. I'm in my car, and I will explain that why I'm in my car. But I haven't been on here in a minute. My name is Lisa, and I'm vlogging out of Texas. I am currently over in the area of in Dallas. So yeah, let me go ahead and jump on top of what I want to come in here and talk about. Your girl has still been going through a lot of things, and I've just been trying to make the best of it. I can't remember the last video I posted. Matter of fact, I have my videos, I believe I have them on private right now. And right now I cannot remember why I there is a reason, but I just can't think of why I did that. And so, I'm just going to go off what I think I talked about last time, or go from there and work my way to the present. I was staying in Plano, and I had an apartment back over there. If we go back a little bit more further, like maybe a year back, prior to me getting that apartment, I was in my car. I was homeless for 6 whole months, and I was living in my car, and I ended up getting blessed with a program to help me, which they were extremely inconsistent the entire time, guys. Forgive me if I'm looking this way, but I got my camera this way. I should be looking this way, but I'm like looking this way. But forgive me if you catch me looking this way. So I lived over there for a year. I was miserable the entire time. I was sick, still sick, the entire time. And I'm like, this program was supposed to be in there to help me transition from out of the car and help me get permanent housing. Ask me, did that happen? No. Now I'm not going to be able to talk about everything in this video, but I'm going to try to talk about as much as I can. Long story short with that, because there's a lot to talk about with that, is that it did not work out the way I was praying for or hoping that it would work. As you can see, I am back in my car. This is supposed to be temporary, because the property where I lived at before, oh my God, New Jack City, y'all. Brand new property. Take off these glasses because they're creating a glare. I'm looking at these people over here. They're doing the sale. I guess they made a sale. They're selling a vehicle, but they're doing the most. So yeah, the people that they had been moving over there, the youngsters and a variety of other people. Nice apartment complex. But baby, once they start moving in everybody, it just basically turned. I start calling it New Jack City. I said, New Jack City apartment complex, and Nino Brown and all his goons done came over here and done the most. Guys, I was so ready to get up out of there. I didn't know what to do. I mean, toward the end, actually before, I'm going to back it up maybe 2 months prior. Maybe lay that on down within that 2 months. The program that was supposed to, I was so disappointed. I just couldn't believe it's like they balled me up and threw me back out on the street like a piece of trash. And this was supposed to be a program that would help me. And they let me down big time. Like, I was really hoping that this would go in a totally different direction. And it didn't go the way I expected for it to go. But toward the end, the apartment complex where I stayed at acted as if they were so concerned about trying to help me. Well, they started out that way, but in the end, I don't even supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be in my apartment doing what it is that I supposed to do. Well, I got told that the apartment because it's another one of their properties that had been built up, brand new property, only to learn there's been a delay in opening. And that is the reason why I'm in this car. But guys, that was, oh my gosh, that was hell. I had to, and mind you, I did all this stuff by myself. I had to pack up. I had to do the packing. I was sick while I'm sick. I had to do the packing. I had to do this. I had to do that. And so, I don't have the family that some people have out here. I don't have anywhere to go. I just financially cannot afford to be living in a hotel. I mean, I can't even afford to be living like this. And the reason why I say that is because everything is so freaking expensive. And I don't have the money really to be buying. I buy fast food every day. When I tell you, this been maybe 3 weeks now. I tell you, since I've been out here living in the back of this car, and that 3 week period actually it wasn't even a full 2 weeks. I had already spent almost $800. You ask, how is that possible? I had to get a gym membership. Well, it's a Planet Fitness. I went back to them. I don't know where everybody else was so expensive. I learned that Planet Fitness had a no contract, no commitment. So I signed up for that, but I had to, to get everything going, it was like $70-something. And mind you, I still have to pay the annual fee, which I think normally comes out for everybody sometime around January. I'm going to come back to that part. But anyway, I've been spending trying to survive by buying foods. I can't cook in this car. Buying foods. This time I have a stronger power. Matter of fact, I'm going to show it to you guys. I have this power station versus what I had before. And I actually like it. This one has a 12-volt plug, and it has the, if I want to plug something in, it's a 400 watt. If you know anything about dwelling in a vehicle, van, or whatever, you already know how these power stations work. Mine is a 400 watt. I have to say that I like it so far. I haven't really had any problems with it. I haven't got the chance to use every part of it just yet, but I like it so far. And I have the 110 volt, this part of it. I have two of those, and then this 12 volt one, and of course all these other different parts of the power station that I can utilize or use. But anyway, I have that, and versus what I had before. So yeah, they put me in such a, they backed me up against the wall. I was already backed the wall, but they backed me further up against the wall. I had to pay for storaging, for my storage. I had to, that was money. I didn't have the, oh my gosh, it was horrible, guys. The folks that was supposed to have helped me move, one of the people that was supposed to have helped me move, everything's kind of getting a little off. And oh my gosh, one of the guys ended up pulling out on me. My son helped me, but that was money. I ended up giving him some money, and then my other son ended up coming through later on. That was money I gave to them. That was a total of $160 out of my pocket. I had to pay for the U-Haul. I also had to, gas the U-Haul back up. That was money. I ended up renting some of the tour. I'm telling you, I was coming out of money left and right. Like, it was the money was coming to slap up out my pocketbook pretty dang fast. And so they backed me up against the wall, cost me to have to spend all this extra money to, literally, I'm on hold. Supposedly, I was told there was going to be a delay until sometime after December the 14th or December the 15th. Do the math. We are still in November. This is not something I'm happy with. I never thought I would have to come back to living in my vehicle, but I'm here. And baby, when I tell you it has been a challenge, it has been a challenge because I'm more sicker. I still have my health issues. I have actually more problems. I'm due to go back and see my doctor for these additional problems. This is something I'll probably talk about in a later video, but I have things going on with my body. It has been very, very, very challenging. But the good thing about this is I'm working, and it's been challenging because I'm swelling up so much in my lower limbs, like even more. I mean, this is not good to be sitting in a vehicle, any type of vehicle, just sitting up. We're not meant to be sitting up like this. Our blood needs to flow, and it didn't help the fact that I already have heart problems. That's something else that I learned that I had going on with me when I lived in the apartment, is that I had the congestive heart failure on top of other things. Again, I will talk about that in a later video, but I do have some health issues which come in the way of me living this lifestyle. And it was never my intention to come back into this car, but I knew that I was back up against the wall and have a choice. I didn't have anywhere I can go. It's just wasn't logical for me to be, I couldn't afford to be sitting in no hotel. Everybody has their hand out. Everybody want money. You know what I'm saying? There's really really not much compassion coming from people out there these days. Folks out here struggling, ain't really know where I can go. My own sister hadn't even volunteered to, my auntie, but again, may not have directly asking, but yeah. So I'm stuck in this car. I don't have anywhere to go. This is my own personal space, and it has been challenging from having to jump up. I don't sleep very well. Last night was a night that I did. I've been out for 2 days. What's today? Wednesday night, and today is Thursday. So I've been off so far for 2 days. And when I tell you, I have never been so, I thought I was tired of driving when I was homeless the first time. Oh my goodness. It's like everything has triple has intense. It's more intense now living in this freaking vehicle. Last night I was so cold. I think it was in the 40s. And tonight I think it's going to be 42. When you're inside the car and you don't have a heat source, the only option you have at that point is to crank up your car. And I'll be trying not to do that because I don't want to burn gas, and I just don't want to put all that pressure on my issue on pressure on the car. I mean, and I already have a little work I need to do on this car, and I've been praying to God that this car do not act a fool on me while I'm out here, because I literally have nowhere to go. It would make a host of other problems. But I'm trying to make the best of the situation right now, considering what's going on. And but let me go ahead and move up to the part about the apartment. I was approved for one of their other properties. It actually just all kind of fell in my lap. You know what I'm saying? I was so disappointed with how this particular program was supposed to be in there to help me. You helped me get out of the car only to throw me back out there on the street like a piece of trash. Like, just ball me up, throw me out a piece of trash. You knew the situation. And then in between that time, I was standing over there, because I've had two case managers, 3 case managers. The third one came in because the second one got sick. But this was toward the end of my lease, and hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. I swear it looks like the seat is going down on me. I look like I look like that little old fella out of Morton show. The one he played with. I forgot the character name. He played the little boy that had a little snot coming up out of nowhere. I look like that little fella. So yeah, I had to put this phone on the charger. So anyway, like I said, it's like they just threw me, bombed me up like a piece of trash and just threw me back out on a basically that's what they did. It's like there's no funds. They were helping people to extend, which would have really helped me that way. Actually, there's a backstory with that a little bit, but I don't want to go in depth or like really deep into that right now, because it's just too much to talk about in regards to that. But the apartment complex that like they were trying to set me up by, they knew I was getting ready to move over to, me and a few other tenants were moving. I'm trying to do a video with peppermint in my mouth, so forgive me if I'm pausing or doing this and that with my mouth. But they knew. I think something's going on with this feet, because it's like I'm just going down lower and lower and lower. So they knew that I was getting ready to go over to one of their other properties. So their way of helping me was to lock me into another contract over there, paying over, well, they were going, because originally that rent over there, which for a lot of people like, well, man, that's a sweet deal, was $1,099. So my issue was locking me into another lease, but they were going to be charging me instead, because the rent originally, if I would have stayed there, the rent would have went up to it would have went up to $1,189, which is still good, but not good for me. I have to look at my income at the time. Go back to what I said earlier when I told you, because I've been sick, but what I didn't plug in is that I was not working full time. I was working part time. And even if I was working full time, it would have been a little bit okay, but I was working. I was making some decent amount of money, just poquito, a little bit, just a little bit decent amount of money. So, but the increase, I just couldn't afford to pay all of that by myself, plus all my other bills with the income. It just wasn't the amount of money that I was pulling in just wasn't enough. And you're probably asking, well, why not just work full time? No. Full time wasn't available for that position I was working in, and I knew I was getting ready to move, and I knew that, I mean, there's reasons why I did not. Let me go back again. I said earlier that I deal with a lot of health issues, so I was already this close to being terminated on that job because with the health issues, the crap that I have going on with me causes me to have to call in a lot. So my point system, I had already burned through that point. You guys know how that works. My points, they only allow you so many absences and tardies, and mine was mostly call-ins. And somebody had brought it to my attention that you could have put something on file from your doctor, like I had a doctor deal to put on file that would have protected me, but I didn't learn that until later on. By that time, this guy thought I was waving at him. Oh Lord, he waved back. But anyway, I had already the leasing office. I learned about this. I'll never forget this. It was there I left. It was the same. I ended up getting COVID again, guys, too. So this is the same day I got sick, and it was something that happened at the job that then it had like triggered me. Like I had to leave work because it had me so upset. So, but that was a blessing in disguise, because I was already stressed out about, okay, where am I going to go? How can these people do me like this, that, and the other? Just dealing with a host of stuff. I had all that on my mind, and I'm like, I'm up here trying to think of solutions. If this happens, this is what this is what you're gonna do. All kinds of stuff. Either way, it would have went. I was gonna still be out in this car. Before I ended up finding about this other apartment complex that they had opening out this way where I'm at right now. I'm just up the street from them. I actually work in this area now. But before I learned about it, the actual community manager is going to be able to tell me about it, and I end up landing an apartment. As a matter of fact, they had only a selective apartments that they were going to lower down. I ended up with one of those apartments, guys. That was a freaking blessing. But when good is coming your way, the devil always try to come in the way of that. And I'm telling you, he has done that. But I'm fighting that fool like Mayweather, baby. Or like Tyson just got through fighting, or the other fella just got through fighting Tyson, because we already know Tyson could have whooped that boy's ass, but y'all already know what was up with that. So I ended up in an apartment. I'm not going to disclose how much it is. I'm just going to say it's up under $1,000. So I'm excited about this. I'm overwhelmed. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, God has blessed me with this, because only God knows. He knows, sees everything. He knows. And so I ended up landing this apartment, got approved for it and everything. And I was going to go from that apartment straight over to the next apartment by the end of the month. That was our work. It was all working itself out good. So I was ready to go. I was ready to move forward. I had some things planned for myself, which have got a little bit off track. But baby, I'm gonna get back on track. This is just temporary. This ain't nothing. The devil can keep trying his best. Like I said, I'm gonna keep fighting that fool, like old boy was fighting Tyson. But anyway, so yeah, I got all that got thrown off the opening date. All that got they had to set it out because for whatever reason, they couldn't get everybody leased and get myself and other people that was due to that has gotten approved was not able to move into the apartments over there because they were not ready for the new tenants for them to lease out to the new tenants or whatever. All I know is I've been approved. And I'm on standby. I've already emailed her and talked to her to get the status, see what was going on. So I'm praying everything will line itself up here after Thanksgiving, maybe the first week. Because I've talked to her, that projected date is now December 1st, between December 1st and 10th. So I'm praying that nothing else just changes and I will be transitioning from this car back into an apartment. And so I'm looking forward to that. So, but all that got thrown off. And so originally, they were trying to set me up over this other property. Oh, we're going to lock you in. We're going to redo your lease. And my thing was, okay, so they didn't want to let them tell. I know they didn't give a shit because if they did, I wouldn't be in this car. So they only do a year. They don't do month to month. Because the first thing I asked them back when all this is going on, can you do month? Well, we don't do month to month. So I'm like, okay, can you, we can put you, lock you into leashes, write your checks up. Write my checks up, look, baby. I done already went through all this with trying to get moved in over to get myself set up for this next property. And so you want me to bring check stubs, which I had, so that you can reissue a lease for me over here for the current apartment I'm still in, just to not guarantee or put something in writing that you'll release me. You're telling me verbally by where you're looking at my face and we'll release you. No, I need something in writing to confirm that you will release me from this so that I can go over there, because if I sign this is an active contract. I'm not gonna let y'all set me up. No, that's not gonna happen. So I ended up telling her. She was like, oh, get back, this, that, and that. Let me know so I can, because they have to type it up or whatever they do to draw the contract up. And so I got back in the house. I sat in the bed. I said, no. I emailed her and told her, look, don't worry. I made my mind up. I said, don't bother to redo another contract, because I'm like, y'all want to charge me moving forward. All this rent. Now, mind you, I'm trying to prep to go over to the other place. So all the money that I would have that I had put up to try to transition over here, I had to go tap into with this move. So you not only want me to pay all of this, you want me to pay over $1,000-some rent, light bill, and on top of all the other little time, which I didn't have bills. I had my internet and things like that, and my phone bill and little tiny stuff. But mind you, again, my income was not, I didn't have the amount of money I need coming in versus what was going to be going out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't make any sense for me to do that. And I was like, I was almost ready to lock in, because I'm like, I just didn't want to find myself. I just didn't want to see myself moving back into this car. And guys, I'm already at 20 minutes, but I hadn't been on her for a minute. So I'm going to talk until I feel like I can't talk no more. So this video may be a little longer than what they have been in the past. So there'll be a series of videos coming, because I really don't want the video to be that long. Life is life, and we don't normally have time to sit down and be watching videos for hours, and especially if they're not the person doesn't want to sit down and look at it, or they're not entertaining. But anyway, my videos, again, that's something I do also want to stop and say, is my video is not going to be for everybody, and I'm okay with that. All I ask you to do is just keep the negative comments to yourself. Just keep strolling, because what I'm not going to do is put up with it. I'm going to simply just block you. But I welcome all comments. But I limit the level of, you're just not going to be disrespectful. I'm not going to tolerate that, because I do have what few followers I do have. I don't want it. I mean, I don't want to deal with the dish. I try to keep this a positive channel. I've been going through a lot. That was one of my main reasons I haven't been doing videos. Now, I tried to do them over on TikTok, but even I have fell back from that as well. But this video, there's thousands upon thousands of us out here who is living this lifestyle. This video may be helpful to somebody. Somebody may want to, could be possibly going through the exact same thing I'm freaking going through, and just want to, this is kind of like somebody commuting, instead of sitting on the phone talking. This is kind of similar to that person just sitting back talking in the video. That can be therapeutic for some people, just to hear them talk about something that they're probably dealing with, or whatever. Everybody has their own reasons for sitting back watching a freaking video, okay? Because I'm like that. And but this is my situation, and I tell you, I have been going through some of the struggles from 2022 up until now. When I tell you I go back and say the same thing, that whole entire time I was over there, it must not have been meant for me to be there, but that entire year that I was over there was not enjoyable at all, okay? So anyway, they tried to keep me to lock into the lease. until the appointment was ready or whatever, but they weren't guaranteeing me that they were, you're just telling me by word, but you need to put something in writing for me because this is a binding contract. You're not going to lock me in this lease to stay over here in New Jack City because I can't do Nino Brown and all his goons no more. So I want to transition back over to where it's an area that I'm familiar with and too. That's a good thing, but there was many reasons why I wanted to be out of the area. It was actually in Plano, Texas. I had been trying to get out of Plano, Texas. I felt like I was stuck in a time. What is that word? I'm trying to use a time. Oh God, I said this word yesterday. I can't even remember it now. Like I was stuck in a time warp. I think that's the word I used. Like I just couldn't get away from Plano. Like after I went through my divorce, it's like I was stuck over there. And I was the only reason why I was even over there in Plano, staying in Plano, was because of my ex-husband. He pulled in the bulk of the money. I'm like, why not just move back this way? We transitioned from the last place we were at over into the area because it's more close, and I didn't want him to have to travel so far at that time. So let's transition back over this way because the little job that I had at the time, I was able to, it didn't pull in the amount of money he was making. So, and then I found this place for us at that time, which was very reasonable for the townhome that we had. But after we ended up falling apart and divorcing and all that, I was like, one of the things I wanted to do was get up out of that apartment, get from over there. And another thing I wanted to do was actually get out this car because this car is connected to this. This is something that he gave me. I want out of this so bad. I actually feel like this car is bad luck for me. And so, but I'm taking it, I'm using it, and eventually, when the time is right, when God says it's the right time for you to go ahead and transition up out of it, is when I let it happen. Right now, this is what I'm stuck with, and I have to make the best of. I have to work with what I have. And so, I don't know why I'm fanning when I got a fan right here, but I'm down to 2 bars on this power station. And I know I'm an introvert. And I don't like being around people. That's one of the things I'm struggling with out here in this car as well, is that I'm a freaking severe introvert. I don't like being around people. And I don't have you can hook a solar panel up to this thing, but I don't have that. Those are expensive as well, but I don't have a solar panel. So basically, in order to keep this thing working properly, being effective at, where I can use it to power my phone or charge my phone or whatever, or run my little USB fan or things like that, it has to be charged up. It doesn't stay charged up all the time. You have to, the more you use it, the more you run the battery down. And it doesn't go down that fast, but if I got more stuff hooked up to it and I'm constantly running it, using it, yeah, that battery is gonna start to deplete. And so right now I'm down to 2 bars, and I don't want to plug up my little fan, even though this USB, this little bit of USB fan my son had gave to me. I had some others I ended up giving to my other son, because they are both the welders as well. And my oldest boy gave this to me. It's all right. It's better than nothing, okay? And I don't want to just hold my door open, because that could affect the car battery by just leaving the door open and, all that type of stuff. So, and I'm sitting right here. Anybody can just come up and bother me or disturb me or do something stupid. So I have a thing with keeping my windows rolled down. Right now I have it cracked, but that little crack is not working. I may have to go ahead and let it down a little bit more and just enjoy this breeze, because it is a little breezy out here. It's cool. It's cool. It's starting daylight is starting to fade, so it's going to be dark here soon, and so that means the temperature is going to start to drop. So as of right now, I'm just going to do this and just keep this. I use this for, like, at night. I have hot flashes, so even when it's cold or cool outside, I'm getting hot flashes, and I need to cool down. Even if I'm up on a bunch of blankets or when I need to cool down, and I cut that on for a few or 5 or 10 minutes and cool myself back down. And if you're a woman, you have hot flashes, you know what I'm talking about. And here I go looking at the wrong way when I looking the wrong way when I be looking this way. So yeah, that's the situation. I didn't lock into the lease. I'm no fool. I almost did it, y'all, because I just didn't want to be out here in this car. But I was so freaking miserable over there, and they couldn't get me there. It was just taking me through too much. I just done been through the rental process so much. And then it's even worse than now. Y'all not for to set me up. Like, I already don't want to be here. So, living in this apartment complex for obvious reasons. It's just too much going on, and I needed to get the hell up out of Plano. I felt like I was like never gonna transition up out of Plano. So I'm praying that all this works out, and she come let me know, oh, we're good, we're ready to go, we're doing so you signing your new lease, this, that, and the other. I'm praying though nothing comes in the way of that. So if it's in the Lord's will, I will be in my apartment here in a few weeks. So let's pray for that. Meanwhile, I'm out here in this car. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I just want to lay back and sleep. All I can do is shake my head. I'm a little bored. I don't want to have to run. I have a tablet in here. I have my phone. And that's something else I spend money. I had to go get another phone because this other crappy phone I had, it was just what I said it was, crappy. So I ended up having to go spend money on that. So I have a more expensive phone bill now. And I'm constantly spending majority of my money on food, personal things. So I have the membership over here at Planet Fitness. So I'm going over there to use that the gym for my showers and things like that. If I want to exercise, of course, a lot of us do that. But for the ones that's out there going through this, some people don't have a choice. I was literally pushed back into this. This is not something I wanted to come and do. If I had to, if I wanted to do this, it would surely not be in this car anymore, because it's just, it's wide, but I'm a plus size woman. So I need room. And one of the things I said earlier is that I have to jump up and go to the ladies' room. Like, I be so scared, y'all. I literally have to limit my liquid intake, and on top of other things. And I'm a woman. I have a thing with using multiple bathrooms. If you live in this lifestyle, you already know what I'm talking about. That some of these bathrooms are just filthy. And if y'all only knew. But I'm utilizing that, and I'm working. Where I'm working at is not where I want to be at, and I'm not afraid of a challenge, but because of my problems with my limbs, I do have edema. I do have the edema with the swelling of the legs and all that type of stuff. It has gotten worse since I've been back in the car. My legs look like Fiona legs, like Shrek's wife legs, like the feet and everything, they're huge. And I done tried everything. The only thing that's going to help these legs and stuff go down is getting out of this position. I'm laying in this position, and I've been even considering taking my seat out again and just finding a better. Last time I did that, I just got tired of spending money, and I didn't want to invest or try to get stuff because I was trying to keep people out of my business. But it's possible for me to stretch out in this car. I just need to build something in here to make where I can extend my my legs. And I used to, and I look a hot mess, guys, so please forgive me. I just have not. I have no energy. I have no freaking energy. I don't bother to even, I mean, I can go get it cut, but the hairstyle I was trying to rock, I cannot rock because I'm dealing with, I'm just not, it's just not possible for me to rock that hairstyle living in this car. Okay, I'm back. I had to make adjustments with this hat. But anyway, it's just not possible for me to rock the hairstyle that I was rocking because at the time, before I went and got it cut, my hair was permed and it was cut in the style. And when you're living in this lifestyle, you don't want to deal with no extra if you don't have to. You know, that's just extra stress for me to have to deal with that, and just more crap for me, just more crap for me to deal with. I have to keep the hairstyle, keep it moisturized, and you have to keep your hair. My hair is actually natural now because I went to my barber and I had him cut it all off. I didn't have him scalp come down lower than what it is now, but I did have him cut it off. I had pretty color, like a honey blonde color, and I had him cut all that off because this wouldn't be. I'm already stressing out and dealing with so much, and it one of the things that happens to me when I'm stressing and dealing with a bunch of hair, it affects my hair, makes my hair come out. So I said, let me go and get this dude to cut all this hair down. So I had him cut it down. Matter of fact, I'm due to go get another trim here probably sometime next week. And so that is one of the things I put in place to help manage about living this lifestyle, because you just can't do some of the things you would do when you're living in sticks and bricks. You have to make freaking adjustments. Like, I wish I had a plug-in cooler, something I can buy. I mean, guys, I can't even get the words out. Like, I do know that buying fast food every day will run right through your little money that you do have. And that's what happened my first week out here. I was tired, I was exhausted, and I was just trying to find do whatever, the convenience. It was more convenient for me at the time. It was taking a lot of money from me on top of other things. But again, when you're dealing with, my body be tired from working. Like, there was days where I could barely eat. I would buy food, I don't actually had to throw away a lot of food because I have no way of keeping it cooled, you know. And so I would have, and I don't eat, like, I can't eat a bunch of food at one time. So whatever I don't eat, and I may come back to it, I may not come back to it. It just depends on the temperature. It just depends on if I feel like, I don't know. I may not be the only one that's like this, but sometimes I can't go back to eating something that, especially if it's been sitting out of the refrigerator. If it's something I can't finish, I'm used to putting it in the refrigerator. I don't want to put too much stuff in here because I just don't have the room for all of that. I have my blankets in the back. I have this pillow. These are things I have in the car. I have another smaller basket in the back where I have, actually in the back seat, where I have some of my clothes in. Then I have some things in my trunk, which I may end up taking out. Again, I was supposed to be in this apartment, so I have a bunch of cooking, like, seasonings and things like that. I just didn't feel comfortable putting them into my storage, as opposed to when I had to store this particular storage. It's the same company, Public Storage. It's just it's more of a drive-up one. It sits more on the outside versus the one I used to have inside the facility. So I was comfortable. The last time I lived in my car, I had all that type of stuff in my storage, and I didn't worry about rodents or anything like that. But for some odd reason, my son told me, Mama, I would just put my stuff in there, nothing's going to happen, blah, 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 woo, woo. And I'm like, okay. I'm still thinking about doing that because I do want to pull some of the stuff out of my trunk, because the trunk does not have to be, it's not packed, but it's full. Let's just say it's full, and I don't want it to be like that. So I may consider going down there and doing it tomorrow and just taking them out, because it's cooling down. So that may be something, the element, the cooler temperatures may be beneficial for me, to keep that type of stuff in there versus over the summer, because it's heat and I don't want to have I have a lot of seasonings, guys. And I didn't want to throw my seasons away. Actually, my mom was supposed to have kept all that stuff for me, but she got in her feelings and just, long story short, she just started acting funny with me. And she knew I needed her. She had already agreed to keep these things for me. and all that switched up. So that's why the seasonings are on me. But I'm going to go put them in the storage because I don't really want that bag to be filled up like that. And they're all packed down in bags, like 3 big bags. And so I'm thinking I'm going to go put them in storage, and that'll solve all of that, so that I can. I really don't need to put anything else in the car. Like, I try to not wear a lot of different clothes, because that just adds to me another more on my plate, like having to do laundry all the time. I want to keep it really freaking simple. I only have, because I'm swelling up so much, my shoes don't even fit. Like, I have been having challenges with that, and OMG. So yeah, I only have those little few things in the car. And my plants, I had like 3 beautiful plants. One of them I gave away. 2 of them I still have on me. I may just toss them. They're expensive plants by Lucky Bamboo Plants. Beautiful. And I have them sitting in my bucket in the back, and I got to seatbelt it. I have my bucket seatbelted in with the, they used to sit up here in the front, but I used the front for some other stuff, which I'm going to have to do some organizing. And when you live in a small space, it gets dirty quick. The crumbs and dust, and just I take trash. I'm taking trash out at least twice a day, and it's frustrating. I didn't want to deal with this again, but this is my situation. I'm trying to make the best of it until I see what happens over here with that. Now, I am trying to land me another job. I mean, it's like that. The amount of money that I'm pulling in, it's decent. It's actually better than from the last job, but I'm like, And it's part-time, and I'm actually working a little bit more hours. I have to. I don't have a choice. That job is really not working out for me, but what am I to do? I can't just quit it, because I'm making my situation a little bit more harder. So I'm just trying to just make a go of it and hang in there. But I need another job, because if this flip-flops in some kind of weird way, there's been another delay, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm going to have to go out, which I've been trying to find a backup job. Like, I'm going to be so broke down, and I'm praying that God gives me the strength to do that, because only He knows the situation and what's going on. But I need a backup job. I have, I could try to save up, because there's nobody but me. I could try to save up and get me a van and say, F these freaking apartments, and just get me a van and get rid of this car, and boom, all that'll be solved. And just try to and save up and work my way toward getting a tiny home, because that's originally what I wanted to do from the jump, is get me a tiny home. And sometimes you have to go this route in order to get here. You have to do this in order to get there. It happens. But I'm not going to hold you guys long. I have a lot more to talk about, but right now, I don't want to bore you guys with more stuff. It's when I tell you it's a lot to talk about, it's a lot to talk about. I mean, because I haven't been here in a minute, and I just want to fill you guys. There I go, looking the other way. I just want to fill you guys in on what was going on out there, and to let others out there who's living this lifestyle and going through all of this know that we're going to be okay. We're gonna make it through this. This is just temporary. If you out there, again, this particular time I was forced into this lifestyle. The other one was somewhat of a choice, to see if I could get myself up, but it didn't work out. I mean, I was already sick when I went into it the first time, but I got worse. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't, now I will give them credit, if it wasn't for them pulling me, doing the program, helping me at that time, I probably would have been dead, because I was this close to committing suicide. Because I just couldn't handle it no more. And I'm being honest, it feel like I'm falling right back into that realm. I don't want to have to hurt. I don't want to hurt myself. But I don't think I can keep living this lifestyle. I don't think I can keep struggling like this, going through all of this. struggling to keep food, to feed myself. Like, God, I spend money every day. Every day. Gas. On something. Gas. Food. Something related to this car. Like, I think, I know I have to go get four. It's time for me to get 4 tires. And I'm not going to be able to get them brand new because they're expensive. I'm going to have to get them used. And look at, I found a place that's going to charge me $50 per tire. That's $200 for that to shell out. And on top of other things. On top of other things. Again, it's just so much to talk about. And I know I'm not the only one out here going through this. I know I'm not the only one going through this struggle. But your girl is back in her vehicle. Some of my things back there. A little unorganized right now, but that's the situation. And I'm so freaking tired. I'm so sleepy. Like, I was contemplating going to get me a room just to be able to stretch for about 2 days. But I'm like, depending on where I'm getting it at, that may be every bit of $150, if not more, for 2 days. Like I said, I'm freaking spending money every day on some of everything. It could be just something simple as buying drinks, water. It's time for me to restack back up on my water. And I'm so desperate. I'm like, man, well, how can I? I mean, I can buy food that doesn't require me to put it in a freezer or anything like that. But I'm really, and it's another thing, if you're sick and you're trying to watch what you're eating, it's the hardest thing to do. Like, I don't want to keep buying. I ate Whataburger earlier. And my intention was just to get, I'm telling you guys, it's expensive out here. My intention was to just get, and I ate that like I had 8 in days, because I try not to eat a lot. I mean, I'm already not able to eat healthy like I want to eat. I want to prepare my own foods. So, and it's for convenience, because I'm so tired and so weak. And I'm just running here and there to buy food. And it's just taking, it's bringing down my money, like, extremely quick. And so, with that being said, it's like, it's almost, it's like really a struggle to try to, I'm trying to fight it. Like, I'm not hungry now, because that was enough. That was my last big meal of the day. I ate a little bit, what did I eat? I think I ate a sausage biscuit earlier from McDonald's. You can't even go get a sausage biscuit. I usually have cheese on mine, which is, I'm surprised the dairies is not really, well, maybe it is, because I'm having trouble with other little things. But I had that, and then I think I wanted a snack. I ended up eating some popcorn that I had in the car. I ate that, and then some hours went by, and I said, okay, I need to eat something heavy. And that was it. It was the Whataburger. I ate that. All that cost me $12 and some change. Now, can you imagine spending that amount of money every day? Do the math. 7 days a week. Like, that's just on that's just on one big meal for the day. That's not counting maybe some breakfast, which I try not to eat. I don't usually eat a bunch of breakfast. Like heavy stuff early in the morning. Maybe I should. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot more to talk about, guys. But I'm already winding up on an hour. I don't want to really be here any longer than an hour. Only reason why I'm doing this is because I hadn't been here in a minute. I just want to come on here and give you guys an update and say hi. See how y'all doing. I hope you guys are staying warm, because of course we are already coming into the winter, and tonight is going to be a challenging night for me again, because temperature is going to drop down to 42. So pray for me, guys. I'm gonna have to plan out how I'm gonna do this. It's, again, run into problems every single night, because I have to run to the bathroom. I mean, I have to unravel my body. I just get myself out of all this blood, all these little things. I got a bunch of throws and things like that on me to make them a little thicker. I'm gonna have to invest in a thicker blanket or try to find me a heating source. But anyway, I'm gonna have to plan it out for tonight because I have multiple options. I'm literally right over here in the middle of Whataburger. I got Planet Fitness across the street. I have to drive a little bit further over to them, but at night I'm rotating throughout this area so that I have like 2 or 3 different bathroom sources on certain days. So this Planet Fitness over here is not open 24 hours, 7 days a week. So it's just challenging, y'all. I shouldn't have to tell you. Again, earlier I said I'm a plus size, so I can't do all that squatting and stretching. Although I had a little bit of an accident the other day. I'll let y'all figure that out. I had an accident where I couldn't make it to the bathroom because of my joints, and I have a cane that I walk with most of the time. So can you imagine trying to get myself to the bathroom? And I hadn't even drank anything that night. This was from earlier, and it affected me through the night. So I couldn't make it out the car fast enough, and I had an accident. And so yeah, it's situations like that that just make me count y'all blessings. Thanksgiving is coming up. If you have a roof over your head, be blessed for that. You're able to put a blanket over your body to keep you warm, and you ain't got to worry about walking or driving to the facilities to use the ladies' room. Count your blessings. Or you just have to walk just a few feet to get to the bathroom. Count your blessings, because a lot of us don't have don't have a place to stay, don't have a roof over their head, that don't have the facilities to go to just to do something basic stuff like using the bathroom or warming up food or being able to have a cooling box to keep your food cool. And I go on and on and on. Just be blessed for that. And with that being said, I'm going to talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and or just say something. Say hi. But until then, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Y'all stay safe out there. Stay warm. Happy Thanksgiving if y'all don't see me post another video. Happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for tuning in. And I look forward to seeing you guys or chatting with you guys in a later video. So, peace. Bye. Talk to y'all later.